Hi my friends, this is Diana with Stuck in Stitches. I'm here today to share a quilt that I am working on. I'm hopefully will be finished soon. Put a border on it. I'm going to put a white border on it and then a little bit more pizzazz to it, and that's what I'm here to share with you, and then I'll get it into the quilt studio and get it worked on. I currently right now have one in there, and I'll get it out in a couple weeks and be glad to share that with you. So instead of just doing a border, I wanted to do something different today with this quilt. So with this quilt, I kind of looked at the overall design. It's a Jacob's ladder, and if you notice, a lot of squares, a lot of diamonds. It goes up and down. It circles the box, the four diamonds that come together in the middle. I'm looking at this overall design to see what else I can do after I put a white border around it. I didn't want to just continue on with another border. So I took some pieces of cardboard used as a frame and tried to figure out with my eyes to see what I want to do. So I came up with, I wanted to do the 4-patch. I like the idea where it goes up and down, and then it would go up again and down again, just like this. This has that effect where it goes up and down. It does go around, but it gives that illusion of going up here and down, like steps. I like the idea. So yesterday, I went to Joann's and I picked out some fabrics. And I was daring. So I got fabrics that kind of matched areas, not necessarily exact, but anything close. This is a pumpkin with X's and O's on it. I loved. And then I picked out some green with polka dots. Same as this. I just happened to find the same fabric, and it is a keepsake quilting fabric also. This is a light blue with a little white tiny vine going through it, and I liked it for any of the blues. There's blue over here. I also picked out purples. I'll grab a strip. I thought that matched the purple quite well. I also got a red, and it's got kind of a dark circles, where down here were more open other red circles. The design was the same, and I thought, why not? That would work. So the other thing I picked was a light purple. I thought this was pretty. Why not? It can match anywhere. Here's a lighter purple, and it gives more of a lighter effect than this because it's got white with it. So those are some of the colors I have picked out. I even got a gray floral. We have a lot of floral going on in this quilt. So I have gray down here in this bottom corner that I thought was pretty. So I thought I'd do grays. I picked another one too. This one has little, tiny little marks on it, which I liked. I also picked out this blue. I thought that was kind of pretty to go with this light blue. So whatever I've got. I also have a dark green. I don't know where it is right now. Here it is. I have a dark green I found in my stash. Some of these are from my stash, and I thought that would work fairly close. So it doesn't matter where the color is. your eye will still travel to the border around it. After I get the white border in, I'm going to do, like I said, the 4 patch up, 4 patch down, and make it like a zigzag or chevron look to it, and have those squares in it just like here. So we'll kind of bring it looking like it's going to be a continuance of the original quilt. So I wanted to share with you some cutting tip that I do. You may do it, I don't know, but it really helps me out when I go to cut something. Let me get some fabric here. So I've got some blue fabric here, and I want to cut strips. And you want to prevent that bowing effect that you get sometimes if it's not lined up properly. Let me show you what I do and see if any of this you can take away with it and use for yourself. So let me bring you down here to the cutting mat and see what you do. So what I do is I line it up. I find the best side that matches. I fold it in half, excluding the selvage there. I don't put the selvage in there because that's going to be cut out. So I try to space it best I can here. So because I feel like that is included. This is folded this way. I'm going to try it this way. So find this side lines up. It looks like a cut from it already. Okay. And what I do is I take that fold, this fold first, and I line it up to a line. Let me bring you back a little bit. I line it up to a line on the mat, okay? Let's see, move it up just a little. Okay. This is off a little, so I'm going to try to bring it together. Take your time, line it up the best you can. Don't hurry because that's where you get the bowing. So I will take, you can either do a little strip so you're not wasting a lot of material. I line it, you have the line on the mat, okay? I move it out, the fabric out just outside that line if I'm cutting. Say I'm cutting here. I put the ruler line up against the white line on the mat. I don't put it on the line because I feel like just that hairline mark outside of it makes a difference in the cutting. If you're cutting on this side, the same thing. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing right here. I put the ruler on the outside of the white line on the mat so that you have that, just that little bit to cut with. So I'm going to line it up best I can. So this is one guideline, your fold. And say I want 2.5. I put my black line outside that white line on the mat. The black line off the ruler on the outside of the white line on the mat, so I can still see my line on the mat. And then I go ahead 1, 2.5, make sure it is what you want. Cut. Now once you cut it, Don't just jerk it away. Separate it gently. See, I'm still caught. Take your time with that. You want a finished product that looks really nice and not crooked, and then you don't get frustrated. And that adds frustration if you don't do things right. Take your time. It's something you want to enjoy. So let's see how it looks. It looks straight. You want to fold it back out, even there. It looks nice. So I also find that starching is a big thing for me now. I've watched several people use starch, and their products, their projects look great. If you have a flimsy, thin fabric, I recommend starching, because starching helps you cut better, makes your project easier to sew, just gives that crispness to it. It's easier to cut, sew, and like I said, it looks good. So anyway, I like it. Not everybody likes it. Some people can be allergic to it. Some people just like the look of the fabric when it's not starched. So let me see. I'm going to cut another one. Okay. Again, it just looks nice when you take your time and line up that fabric. So that's what I wanted to show you with the mat. I'm going to go ahead and do some sewing today. I've got some white, and I've got some colors here that I've got lined up to sew with. So if you like my shirt, it says beautiful things come together one stitch at a time, or my cup, I'll put the link in the description below. I got these online. I love it. They're my cups. No one can use it in my family because they're all boys, but I love the shirt. I thought it was just so pretty. I like to find quilting shirts, sewing shirts, and they're fun to hang out in on the weekends. So I'm going to go ahead and do some sewing if you'd like to join me still. And so let me know in the comments below how you line your ruler up. Do you line it on the outside of that line on the mat, right on the line, and cut? So I'd be interested in seeing how you do it. It's always better to have too much fabric cut than not enough. So let me go ahead and start here. Tell me what you're also doing on this Saturday. It's beautiful out. I'm going to go out for a walk, I think, later. Tomorrow's Sunday. I will be probably making some bread for myself and the family. Cornbread is something I'm thinking about. I've got, I like to add a can of corn to that. see that there's a flaw in the fabric here, and I'm gonna have to cut that out. This does look like it's not the right length. Measure this. Yeah, my white fabric here is a little too wide. That's okay, I can adjust it. As you see, it's no problem. I'm gonna still use it. There's no harm in that. So let me go ahead and cut this. Fix that. This looks like that's the right length. Okay. 2.5. Seems a couple of these are a little wide. That's okay. Like I said, I will fix them up. The other thing I did want to mention, when you go to move your ruler, so say you're cutting your fabrics. you're going along, you're cutting and stuff, and you want to move over. This is another tip. So it's all lined up, you've done your cutting, and you want to move over. I kind of lift and move over that way so that you don't move the fabric. That's another tip I had forgotten to tell you. So you're here, instead of just, I just lift it like that. It just makes it easier. You don't want to move the fabric, so anyway, I gonna finish up here. Finish up and do some more sewing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will continue on this journey of making 4 patches and sewing the strips together. I've got a couple there I have to adjust, and I don't think that's something you really want me to do in front of the camera. I think it's kind of quite boring. But anyway, I'm going to make some adjustments and then start on my 4 patches tonight, and I will see you later. I hope you have a great Saturday. Take care.